one reasons why Black women don't like to work out, according to these polls, according to these stats, is due to socioeconomic struggles and socioeconomic status. And so one of the articles specifically said, I just want to kind of read it verbatim here. It said that personal community barriers, which include family, childcare responsibilities, lack of social support, lack of safe spaces for Black women, limit many Black women's time in engaging with any form of activity. In the article it says, would love to see Black community individuals, businesses, and third-party organizations coming together to redesign interventions that really support us. And then another aspect of this article was that it says, it's simply because as a community, Black people face discrimination and racism on a daily basis. And in order to avoid that, we find it better to stay away or flock to a different kind of group or activity that guarantees more brown skin. So, is that something that you guys have experienced? Do you guys, have you guys ever like seen that before? Or, have you gone through that personally? Because I know that at the end of the day, it's going to really depend on what, where you live, right? Your personal experiences, your personal socioeconomic status, where you live, right? Are you, and again, I know that I have multiple people from multiple races on here, multiple ethnicities, but I really do want to discuss this a little further and dive deeper because it is an issue. It is a problem. I also looked up the like other supporting arguments about why Black women don't like to work out. And there's there's hundreds and hundreds of articles on this. And I was shocked because I was like, wow, this is really a thing. I never, because I'm just so in the zone, I don't think about Black women not liking to work out because I'm a Black woman. I'm also half Punjabi, but I'm a Black woman and I work out. So, and I had to be really honest. I said, okay, let me dive deeper into this. So when I saw the articles about the hair, it's mainly the hair. A lot of it is the hair. And so, I remember back, actually, it triggered a memory reading about this. When I was in college, there was this beautiful Black girl, gorgeous Black girl that I know. And she was like, you're so lucky. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? And she's like, you get to work out. And I was on a dance team, so I didn't really work out. I was just on a dance team. So she's like, you get to be on your dance team and sweat your hair out all the time and not worry about it. You can just wear it curly for a couple of days and then straighten it again. And I didn't, I had no awareness of it. So this is when I was 18, 19 years old, right? Just coming into the world, on my own at 18, living in the dorms in college. And I'm, so now you're meeting more people and they're able to compare themselves to you. You're able to compare yourselves to them. And you're just naturally doing it, right? We say, don't compare yourself, but I just think it's a natural human thing to kind of automatically compare yourself. It is what it is. So she was like, you don't have to worry about your, she was like, you don't have to worry about your hair. And so me remembering that comment, when I was reading these articles, I was like, I guess I really do see what they're saying. It's I don't, you guys, I do not pay for my hair. The only money that I actually pay for is, or the only money that I actually spend is on my mane and tail shampoo, on my castor oil, or my, I do vitamin E. I do a lot of oils. So I'll do oils on my hair. I'll do mane and tail, my own about, I have my go-to protective styles, which is a high bun, or either high bun or a messy bun, or it'll be out and just my big Diana Ross hair, and it'll be just air dried. And I just have accepted, my big curly, sometimes frizzy hair, right? But I do understand that there's different, we're all different. We all have different experiences. We all have different traumas. And so, so for me, I'm just go natural, right? My mom, for example, she has, the traditional fully, like she's a full black woman, right? She's not mixed at all. And so her braid of hair is like the traditional black woman's braid of hair. And so she just wears her hair back in a bun too, right? So in my mind, so my own mother, who is a full black woman, I'm imagining like that most black women have a go-to hairstyle when their hair is in their natural state. But it's sounding like that's not really the case. And so I wanted to kind of just like unravel that or like discuss that a little bit. Because I don't think that we have empathy for that or really take that into account. And so I know that some of you guys are professional hairstylists that follow me. Some of you guys, you know, have your own experiences. And I don't know what the answer is. Quick pause. If you're finally ready to lose the fat, get down in the description and get my How to Lose Belly Fat ebook guide. People are losing weight left and right with ease and flow, okay? With minimal time, minimal effort, and big results. So definitely get in the link down below and get it right now. But I just wanted to start the dialogue on what we can do to kind of like get in front of black women not feeling like they have to sacrifice body movement, physical activity, because forget the hair. If your joints aren't working, if your legs aren't working, if you don't have muscle mass, if you don't have good bone density, if you don't have good skeletal muscle, like going into your late 40s, 50s, 60s, like you're going to start to have joint pain, back pain, like all these issues. And you forget trying to look cute to go somewhere. You won't even be able to go anywhere because your body is not like healthy, right? So, you know, let's like discuss like, so for example, the only thing I can really offer up at the moment is, you know, what's in my immediate scope of view, and it's my own mother, you know, and my grandmother. Like my grandmother would get like her Jerry curls, or like she would get relaxers on her hair, and she had her go-to style. So even if she sweat, the way that her hair would come out, it was just curly. My mom, she just has her go-to bun, or she'll also do, sometimes she'll do like put twisties in her hair, and her hair is gray, so she'll have it like matching the color, and she can sweat in that, and she's perfectly fine. Like if she, you know, is working out with me or something like that. My mom doesn't really sweat often because she, you know, she's not like really getting it in the gym. She doesn't have a gym membership, but she does walk. She does make it a point to walk. But you know, honestly, if my mom's hair was relaxed all the time, she probably wouldn't walk as much. But my mom's at a stage in life where she doesn't, like, she just wants to be healthy. She wants to feel like she just has embraced every aspect of her. She doesn't feel pressure to have to keep up with her hair with like the latest and greatest hairstyle. And you know, again, it's biased because she's in her 60s. So she's not really like, she's just in a different space mentally. So, you know, for some of us that are like maybe 50 and under, 55 and under, that are, you know, feeling the pressure of society, feeling like we have to keep up with like our hairdo, our hairstyle, keeping up with like the latest beauty trend, beauty standard. You know, maybe if you're a single woman feeling like you, in order to get the attention of a man, you have to, you know, keep up with the latest and greatest hairstyles. And, you know, to be honest, I know that there's definitely some men out there that love like the short, natural look, like that short, from, the Black Panther, like the main character with the Black Panther, like the love interest. I forgot her name, or Lupita, like her hair, like that hairstyle. I know that there's some men that absolutely, like they actually prefer that hairstyle, but that's kind of like the exception. It's not the rule. And it really should be the rule. Like it should be how women were born. We should be embracing and uplifting their beauty, just exactly with how they were born, right? So what do you guys think about this? Is this something that you're going through with the hair? Also too, socioeconomic status, like have you, you know, come from humble beginnings, and, you know, maybe now you're out of those humble beginnings and you now are focused more on your health. I know, again, growing up, my mom definitely fell on hard times when I was a little, you know, 5 years old and under. I mean, she wasn't worried about trying to work out and keep up with her body, having 2 young children as a single mom. I prefer natural, short or long over a wig. Okay. And I think Red Hunter, I'm so happy you said that. And I hope people make it this far into the live. And when people catch this on the replay, I hope that people stay long enough to read that, because I think that the more that women hear that, Black women, you know, specifically, then I think that they will feel like more comfortable to not have so much pressure on themselves to keep up with this, like these hairstyles, and spend thousands of dollars on weave and all of that. And I know that a lot of women, here's what I want to say, you know, about, I don't really talk about relationships often, and men and women dating and stuff like that. It's very rare when I do discuss those things, but I do know it's a part of like health, fitness, like all of it kind of like bleeds into each other. What I want to say is, if a man, this is for any woman that is watching this now or in the future, if a man counts you out because you don't have this weaved up hair, or you're fitting this particular look, like looking like Beyonce, looking like, you know, whoever else is like usually weaved up in the media, if a man is like overlooking you because of that, it's actually to your favor. He's allowed to have a preference that, you know, it is what it is, but you also get to be excited that, okay, cool, I already don't have to worry about this guy, because there's going to be pressure to always have to have a wig on, always have to have, you know, my hair done in a certain way, and like I'm not going to be able to keep up with that pressure. So I'm happy that I don't have to keep up with that, you know? Like it's already an option checked off. Like, okay, cool, don't have to worry about that guy. Next, and you'll come across a guy like Red Hunter, who is like, oh, I actually prefer natural hair. Like, I would, instead of you getting a wig, you know, yeah, that hair looks nice, but like I actually like your natural hair because it looks the best. Like, your own hair looks the best on you. So I just want to put that out there for any women, you know, feeling like, oh, well, I'm not going to be like a heavily sought out option. To be honest, sis, you only need one man, right? Like, if you're really clear on what you want, and you're clear on, you want a life partner, you want a husband, like you only need one husband. So you don't need to be sought after and looked, you know, and glorified by like hundreds and hundreds of men that like this one particular look that you're trying to fit, like squeeze yourself into, right? Like, all you need is just, sorry guys, all you need, guys, is just to embrace your actual look, right? Like, just embrace your actual look. Okay. Let's see. Good afternoon. Blessings. Hello. How are you doing? It says 4 to 1 women to man. We on to the next, respectfully. I mean, yeah, like, you know, if you can give more context to that, Walter, like on to the next, if like a woman didn't keep up with the standard, or on to the next, like, can you just, I just want to make sure, just to give context, I just want to make sure. So, you know what, again, guys, like, I want to be vulnerable and not vulnerable, well, yeah, vulnerable too, but I want to be empathetic to women, Black women, that don't have, like, they feel like they can't find their, you want to feel like a 10 every day. We're not going to do that, but we want to feel, it doesn't matter if the 10, if like society thinks we're 10 or not, we want to look in the mirror, just feel at a 10 in confidence, right? So what I want to challenge my Black sisters on here is to find 2 to 3 hairstyles with your natural state. Like, really take this next month to find 2 to 3 natural hairstyles where you feel confident, like you feel really, really good. So like I said, for me, you'll see me like in hundreds of my videos, you'll see me with a high bun on. Actually, my most viral video right now, my most viral video is of me with a bun. Like, it's just, I, you know, put my head upside down, brushed it forward, wrapped, twisted it, did this, and put it, boop, a top knot right here. That's my most trending video right now. So I feel good with that. You know, I feel clean, I feel kempt, I feel like, you know, my hair is out of the way, like it's just like nice, and it's fresh and all of that. Another one that I love is kind of like the messier look, where it's like messy cute, right? Like, it's like the messy bun, but it's like the, like, oh, like I naturally just put it up real quick, but there is intention behind it. And then my third is just my big curly hair, right? And I used to actually, I've had a journey with that, because, you know, I've actually had jobs where I got hired specifically because my hair was straight at the interview, and they were like, well, we prefer you to keep your hair straight when you come into work, right? And the particular company that I used to work for actually ended up getting sued hundreds and hundreds of times over, because other women were, and I should have filed a suit, but I just like wasn't on. I just was like super young and impressionable and was like, okay, you know, and I like my hair straight too. So it didn't really bother me, but I was like, dang, you know, my hair is getting a lot of heat damage. Like, I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. So thankfully, while I was still at that job, they actually expanded the look policy to accommodate brown and black women that have naturally curly, wavy, you know, or kinky hair, right? It says, I don't force hairstyles, especially on women adults. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Just came in from a workout. I work out daily. Okay. Comedic wellness. So what we're talking about is specifically, there is a lot of black women who have admitted in these polls. So the information that I got was from polls that were taken from black women on why they don't work out. And one of the number one things that they said was due to hair. And so I am reacting to this guy that I came across, a video of him discussing it. And so I did kind of like this like immediate knee-jerk reaction in my last live. And so this is more of a calm down, like I did some of my own research. And you know, the stuff that he came across, I was actually shocked. There was more articles. So he was reading an article. When I typed in the topic, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of articles about black women not working out at the same rate as white women, or you know, Asian women, or you know, other ethnicities. Black women, you know, two out of 5 black women don't work out. Like, all these stats came up and I was shocked because it's not something that I think about. So I wanted to, you know, why you just came in from a workout and you work out daily. So I wanted to know, like, why do you work out daily? Like, is it like, are you worried about sweating your hair out? Are you not? Do you have go-to protective styles that you don't worry about? Like, what is your routine with sweating out your hair? Like me, I'm gonna go sweat out my hair right now, guys. Like, my hair is straight right now, and you know, I'm gonna go sweat it out right now. Like, but I do want to be empathetic and say, you know, I also have, like, when my hair goes gets sweated out, I'm just gonna wear it curly for the next couple of weeks, right? Like, and then I go back and forth. Like, most of you guys know me as having my big curly hair, but you know, do you have a protective style? Like, what's your thing? Kampora says, I love a woman looking the way God made her. And okay, Kapara, can we, like, I don't know if people do have lives, you know, like, you know, go live on YouTube, or if you guys have your own channels. I know some of you guys have active YouTube channels that you post on your channel as well. And then, you know, maybe you don't, but we need to get the word out more. Like, black women need to hear that from men more. But that's your real hair. Waves cost a lot of money. And that's what I wanted to be honest with myself and say, okay, like, that's true. You know, like, women are buying, like, you know, women are buying this. I don't have to buy it. So to God be the glory on that. And I want to be empathetic that there's women that are looking at me saying, okay, well, that's not fair because Ciana doesn't have to, like, she's not worried about sweating her hair out because she likes her hair curly too. And like, some women, like, maybe we need to uplift our women to feel happy with how they look when their hair's natural. You know, like, again, my mom, she's a full black woman, right? African-American woman. She loves her hair in her natural, like, actually she prefers, like, she don't even have a straightener anymore. She's, the days of her straightening hair, I mean, maybe she might do it like once every 3 years or something for something very specific. I think honestly the last time she straightened her hair was like for my grandmother's funeral. Like, she just wanted to, like, you know, just have a different look or whatever. But like, and it was kind of like a, you know, a quick side note, my grandmother's funeral was a very beautiful funeral. It was very intimate. It was very loving. And, you know, it was kind of like a family reunion in a way. So she just wanted to, you know, present herself, you know, whatever, but, in a different way. But like, my mom, she has her natural hair. It's kinky. It's, you know, it's the traditional black woman hair. I don't know how to, like, specifically say that, but it's just how, the way that black women have, the way that it comes out of their scalp, that's how her hair, you know, how my mom's hair looks. And I'm fumbling around because this is not a topic that I've ever had to really think about. So, you know, it's my mom's natural hair, and she she just pulls it back. Like she has like specific pomades, specific oils, specific products that really lay her hair down really, really well. Maybe I'll ask her what she uses and talk about it on the next live. But she, you know, has very specific types of products, and then she just slicks it back in this beautiful, elegant bun. And she just has a slit down the middle. And then she just looks, you know, and then she'll wear like these beautiful earrings, and she just always looks clean and kempt, right? It's 2025 society is too easily for men to publicly get their opinion on women's appearances. Yeah, like Everyday Muscle, you know, oh, too easily offended. Well, this is a thing, and this might be a good YouTube tip as well. And also, welcome to the membership, Everyday Muscle. I appreciate you tapping in. I'm going to do a members only live later, actually. So I'm happy you're tapping in. So, I mean, we have even deeper conversations, like even more meaty, juicy conversations in the members only. So I'm happy you're a part of it. So here's the thing, like, it is racy. And when I did this live, so this is my second time doing this topic. When I did this live topic a couple of days ago, people were mad at me. But like, honestly, I kind of didn't care, because I'm like, it's a topic that needs to be discussed. And, you know, people are going to get offended. But if you kind of like, you know, in order to kind of grow your YouTube channel, you're going to have to also pick a side, you know. And I'm kind of going through that journey too, because sometimes you want to keep it like, you know, you don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to, you know, ruffle anyone's feathers. But like some real topics, like actual real life topics, like that need to be discussed and unveiled, and so we can work through them. Like, they're kind of polarizing, but it does grow your YouTube channel. So just like on a side note, that wasn't my main part, but like I did get a lot of, up to like 70 or 80 people, because in the title, I didn't do it this time, and don't like to work out. And so a bunch of people were coming in like, you know, and I were coming in like wanting to probably like come at me, but it was actually in favor and in defense of like, okay, let's discuss this. Like, we need to uplift our black women, right? So, you know, it's just side note on that. So you guys, I kind of want to get a decaf coffee at Starbucks right now. Just, you know, just wanted to share that. I think I might get a decaf. So my main point of that Everyday Muscle is that, you know, you're a very eloquent speaker, and I really think that like doing a live about, especially because you're and I'm not telling you need to do this, like I'm just throwing it out there, like as a woman, as I hear women, you know, talking about these like behind the, like these intimate topics, these embarrassing topics behind the scenes, like not online. We need to hear that from men more. Like, we need to hear that we like your natural hair. We like your natural hair. Like, you know, just find like, we like natural. There's like 3 men that already said it in here. But like, when you go out into the macrocosm, black women are under the impression that in order to keep up with the world's, like all of the women in the world, that we need to keep up with a certain type of hair that fits into you know, that look of like the long flowy hair, right? And again, I do want to reiterate, if a man prefers long flowy hair, then that's just not your husband. Like, that's okay. Like, you don't need, I mean, there's men, you know, that prefer lighter skinned women, there's men that only prefer super chocolate, beautiful African dark skinned women. There's men that prefer, you know, women that have that short curly like Halle Berry like look that she used to rock for a long time. There's men that specifically only like blonde curly hair, like it not even straight, they want it to be blonde and curly, you know. So like it has to be, you know, dyed. And you know, is some women that black women that do have like those natural blonde streaks in their hair. Like, there's some men that just, they are looking for women that have that look. They're looking for women that have freckles, right? Like, and that's okay. Like, and as women, we have our preferences too. So it goes both ways. But I think that there's just, women are trying to be like, okay, let me rephrase this. Women are under the impression that they need to be sought after to, you know, hopefully find a mate, you know, okay, I need more options, but you really don't. It's actually a way to narrow down your options. if that makes sense. Like, you being you, it's going to eliminate 90% of men, right? Like, if there's a man that prefers only Mexican women, if there's a man that prefers only mixed looking women, if there's a man that prefers only Asian women, like, so when you are trying to look like another race, like, you might open up your bracket a little bit to like appeal to more men, but then essentially at the end of the day, if they have their specific type, they're still just going to revert back to like their original type that they like. Even if you're trying to like have an appeal to like a wider range of men. So live in the fact that, like, there's some men too that love when women doll up all the time. Like, they love all the, like, the makeup. Like, they want their woman to have that, like, just like glam girl look. Like, for me, I love to have the glam girl look when I get my makeup professionally done, or maybe if I have like an event that I'm like, if I'm going to a gala or something specific. But like, that's not me. This is me. I like to have, clean, nice skin. I like to put on a little bit of eyeshadow, a little bit of my eyeliner. I'll put on mascara. I didn't put on mascara today, but I'll put on some mascara. I'll put on some lip liner and some lip gloss. And like, that's my everyday look. Always in your benefit to weed out men who don't prefer your natural. Yeah. Cause guess what, ladies? You're going to have to wake up next to them. You know what I'm saying? So are you going to wake up like an hour early? Like, specifically make sure you set your alarm to wake up an hour early to put the whole costume on. It's just too much to keep up with. So if you go and you look in the mirror and you say, okay, I'm going to be me. And I know that being me is going to eliminate a group of men that are like going to be attracted to me. And it only narrows it down to 2 or 3 men that are left. 2 men that are left. Well, perfect. So now you don't have all these choices. Like, now you don't have to have analysis paralysis. Like, now it's just narrowed down to 2 men, and you can like really, dive into character, dive into the way that they, treat their family, dive into the way that they want to build legacy. Do they want to build legacy? Dive into the way that, do they want to be a father? Do they not? Like, you can dive into those things. But I can't help it. Yes, I kind of like glam look. You look all right like that. Yeah, like, and I think that men are allowed to have their preferences. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would prefer a more fit looking guy. Now, is that a deal breaker? No, but like, my preference is, yeah, I'm a very active woman, so I would prefer that. So there's some men that just do not work out. Like, they would be cut out then, Now, do they have to have this ripped, shredded body? I mean, yeah, that would be nice, but, as long as you're trying, I would go with that too, right? So now some men don't even want to try. They're like, I just don't care about fitness. Well, then you're automatically going to be out for me, right? Because I like someone that wants to be active, go to, have an active lifestyle, go hiking, go, travel to new beaches, walk around the beach, like activity. So again, none of it's wrong, none of it's right. It's just like, we're all born with our own like natural preferences.